Oh, hello there. How you doing? Just down here watching the new intro, new devlog format. I've been down here all along. You go ahead, pull the video back. Like one of those weird YouTube videos. You know, the one with the little man in the corner while he's playing a video. You know, that adds no value to the video. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, new devlog format. And as I was saying. If this is your first devlog you're experiencing, well, Grimmlands is like if Resident Evil and Kingsfield had a baby. They just go hand in hand. Two sides of different coins. It's a solo development project, and I'm doing pretty well on it. I realized the last devlog video was almost nothing. So this devlog video is going to be a bit of a blast for you guys. If you come from the live, you've been following it, you're gonna be like, whoa, this is not even the same game. Well, we went and we developed basically all of the back end. And I say we, but I mean me. I don't know why I say we. I'm so used to like running a community and like having everybody involved. So I guess we, you know, I'm just gonna start saying we, me and you, you know, give me some feedback in the comments. Tell me that goblin, this little freaking goblin, tell me he looks stupid as shit. Tell him, you are disgusting. You disgust me, you nasty little, ow, nasty little fucker. What have I been working on? Well, all of the back end, because I feel like if I can get a tight back end, then I'm going to be able to just kind of focus on creating levels, basically. And I've been doing that. So one of the things that's required for a good back end is you have to have it has to be tight. You gotta have a tight back end. No loose back ends here. So that means level persistence. And in order to do that, you have to have a really good setup. So what would that entail? Well, RPGs, you would need to save items, right? Like obviously you have to save items. You have to keep track of NPC logic. Like the developer of Ico and all of them. And what is the other game that they made? The one with the horn? Is that the Ico one? Shadow of the Colossus and Ico. And then the one with the dog, big old dog, you know, the big old dog, this thing right here, post edit, throw them in. All right. So those games, they don't have many NPCs, but I do have NPCs, minimal NPCs, of course, because I want them to be, I feel like the less NPCs you have in a broken world, the more impactful they are. When you start to have a bright and colorful cast of characters in an apocalyptic world, it makes it feel like far less desolate, I guess. So there's probably going to be less than 12 characters in the entire game, but they are going to be very meaningful, like Village Elder. Whoa! Really, really impactful stuff here. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it so much. They think it's stupid. They think it's dumb. I have messed up. Yeah, just besides items in NPCs, the reality is that there's so much to actual genuine back-end development, and that's saving items, NPCs, doors, locks, interacted objects, quest chain logic, bosses spawning, a multitude of variety. And that's just the baseline. If you want your game to start having a lot of charm, you have to track some interesting and like peculiar variables. One thing I thought of was like being able to find a bird egg in one of the trees in the very beginning of the game. A little tiny bird egg. Put the bird egg in my hand. This thing right here. And you would keep it in your inventory. And if you keep it in your inventory until the very end of the game and you don't take it out of your inventory once, not even once, it would hatch and start chirping. You pull it out of your backpack and you're like, what? And then it flies off at the distance of the end of the game, just like a hidden little cutscene. That's the type of like nuance and charm that you would have to track on the back end. You would have to constantly track if that object ever left your inventory the moment it entered your inventory. And that's just some of the interesting like stuff that you would have running on the save load and persistence and all that stuff on the back end. That's just stuff I'm thinking about. The big brain. But yeah, we've come a long way since we've essentially got out of the concepting phase of the last devlog video. A lot's been done in 9 days, and I still can't believe it hasn't even been 2 weeks since I've showed that concept art, and I've gone straight past the gray boxing. I am kind of gray boxing, like see these things here? This big old thing right here, this is going to be the checkpoint barracks that you're not able to enter from the front. You have to enter from the back, and you do need a key, and whatnot. But it's there. In the terrain, however, the way the terrain works, I kind of just been modeling it as is, kind of like Play-Doh and whatnot. I also got this cool system running. Like here, let me just get out of the way. So like you can see when you're running around, it detects the material below, but also if you go on objects, it does like a case sensitive, opposite of case sensitive. It takes to lower, it does magic. It reads the name of the texture and it plays appropriate footsteps. Really cool, right? And then you can splish splash in the water. Come over here, let's get wet in the water. Super cool stuff. You also have scene transitions right here. So like you can go into this cave here. So go ahead and you get on in there. Come on, you can trust me. Get in the cave. Come on, get in here. Get in here right now. You can trust Phoenix. You can trust me. Get in the cave. Get in the fucking cave. We got this cool little transition effect here. I like it. I like it a lot. Obviously, you can tell what it's from. I made a couple. That being said, there is also this path one. I think it's cool. There's a path one right here. I think it's cool. It's got the sound effects and stuff like that. I am designing the audio back in now. That's how I implemented the footsteps. That's just one section of the audio back end. We're going to be using music, environmentals, and stuff like that going forward. One other thing we also got implemented here very loosely is a dialogue system. It uses Dialogue Manager, which I personally, I'm just saying, I've used Dialogic. Please don't, I've heard great things about that, but Dialogue Manager works for me because I'm very code brain and it's entirely code. The way you call things in this, like I'm done glazing it, okay? It just works. Look at this. This is cool. It's obviously a prototype UI, but it's testing to see if it works. It works. Okay, you get the key. You get the key. Come on over. You grab the key. Grab the key. Give me the key. I got the key. Mine. You take it over to this door, and we have a key and lock system. You go, boop, open the door open. Boom. Magic. And then you can go in, you do the transition. It's super cool stuff. Super freaking cool stuff. And lastly, I guess something else I've been working on. Persistence is key. Persistence is key. So what's crazy is you can think easily. Obviously, items need to be saved. World states. One thing I have here is examinable. So like you have this body here. It has like a before and after state. When you examine it, you don't. So ideally, next week I'm actually going to be hooking up. Sort of when you examine an item, it pops up and it's like a 3D view. You can view it. Again, Resident Evil. I mean, other games do it, but like Resident Evil, I think of like the very first ones where you like spin the object around and you're like, oh, look at that. Whoa. Yeah. I really like the interactive display of objects. So when you pick up an object, it'll let you do that. You can also view it in your inventory. Again, stuff I haven't hooked up, but I have coded it. It just needs to be connected like Lego pieces, but I don't exactly know the functionality that I want to have for it. So it's not connected yet until I know everything I want to do with it. Like, do I want it to be interactive? Do I want you to open up this book and be like, oh, there was a key in the book. Wow. Point being, I'm rambling at this point. Obviously, you can see everything we've added to the game. Here's like a quick little list of stuff. This is my personal checklist of stuff that you might like, spoiler alert, some of the stuff I haven't made, but you're going to see me make it. I'm going to try to have a goal of at least kind of like designing an area fully each week. So that way I can arguably have I'm talking. I'm yapping. But I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore. I've lost track of what this video is about. I don't even know how to end it. So I'm bye.